everyone. Welcome back. Another week, another show. It's Geekonomics. Marc and Bryon here to talk to you and hope everything's well with you and all of you as well. I don't know where I went with that. It got lost in my head. All right. So how you doing, Bryon? How's things?
I am tired, Mark. I've had a long weekend.
It's been a weekend.
I feel like I had like a half a day Saturday to kind of take it easy.
Yeah.
Between leaf pickup on Friday and then getting ready for the show on Saturday and then doing the show Sunday. And now we're back on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, Claire was like, you getting ready for the show Sunday? I'm like, yep. Went upstairs, grabbed my tote, put in the car. I'm like, all done.
Saturday, I had other things going on in the afternoon, but I got everything ready.
Yeah.
I'm going to have more stuff for the 2 upcoming shows.
Nice.
Which I'm going to say right now, real quickly.
Yes. We have 2 shows coming up.
Back to back.
In the near future.
Like in 3
Literally
weeks.
in 2 weeks away, like 1 week the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first show out of the gate for November is November 17th. It's a Sunday. Manchester Comic and Toy Convention at the Army Navy Club, Manchester, Connecticut. It goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
This is going to be a big one.
I think it might go to 5 p.m.
It's 5 p.m.
It still says 4 p.m. on Facebook, but it is 5 p.m.
Yeah.
This is going to be a big one. It's $5 to get in. They're going to have some people from the Mortal Kombat video game there doing photo ops and autographs.
Yes. And Matt C. Ryan's going to be there.
Hometown hero.
Hometown hero, Matt C. Ryan.
Matt C.
The
Ryan.
C stands for comics.
The C stands for champion. The C stands for comics. I like that.
Yeah, right?
So
I said that yesterday. I was like, he was like, "Oh, shut up."
There is a nice little online ad that was made.
Yes, one of Andrew's friends made it for him.
Right, came out really good.
Yes, it's just like Lord of the Rings. It never ends.
It never
just
ends.
keeps getting close. You think it's gonna be over? And it's like, no, wait a minute. Now we're gonna jump on a bed together. And then it's like, oh, this is over. This is the end of it? No. Now we're getting more. Oh, okay.
It's like a 3 ending.
Oh no! Now we're doing a wedding. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
so
crazy.
It just kind of keeps going.
It keeps going, but it's a great ad.
It's great.
I think this show is going to be really big. The
Yes.
Manchester show generally is very packed.
Yeah.
I'm
talking to Andrew. He has plans.
Yeah, this is going to be big. This is going to be big.
They're opening up the back room.
Yes, the back room will be opened up for the autographs and the photo ops.
And the photo ops. So
after that, save your money. Because on November 24th, the weekend before Thanksgiving, we have comic book, toys, and collectibles show at the Doubletree Hotel in Bristol, Connecticut, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Over 75 dealers. This is Cliff's big one.
This is the big show.
He does 2 to 3 big shows a year.
Yes.
So this is the last one of the year. It's a big one.
Correct.
The hotel, it's a great afternoon because you have a restaurant attached. You can get yourself dinner, lunch.
Yeah. And if you're coming from a distance, you could stay right there the night before.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Go right down. You don't have to worry about travel.
Right. I'm going to be at both shows. I'm going to have a slew of new things.
I will be as well.
You will be as well. Matt Ryan will.
I'm not sure where I'm going to be for the Manchester show.
Are you helping Matt?
It's depending on if he has help that day. And Scott also said he might need help with his booth if Jared can't make it. Jared wants to go.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Jared had a car accident and he's dealing with that.
Yeah.
Hoping he recovers soon from all his injuries from that. But yeah, so we're waiting to figure that out. From then we're going to go from there. But who's going to get my talents? I'm a free agent right now. I'm kind of like taking in different offers.
So these 2 shows back to back should be both really good.
Yeah. I'll be at the holiday show, the hotel show with Matt, more than likely.
Yeah. This past weekend we had East of the River, Scott Show in Enfield, Connecticut.
We did.
It was a slow but steady show. It's weird. I talked. One of the reasons I was really tired, just because of the amount of people I saw.
Yes.
And had conversations with, and we saw some new friends and some old friends who showed up. Our friend Sean Lane showed up just to visit us.
Yeah.
He said.
I mean, he's probably lying, but that's nice of him to say.
Well, anyway. Real quickly, he used to be the lead singer to CO2.
Yes.
Also,
one of the originals.
That goes back to
Equilibrium TV originals.
Yeah, Equilibrium TV.
Yeah.
And I showed him the new bands we've been doing. You talked to him about that too.
He's like an actual original because he was one of the bands
We played on the radio, Mark.
Before that, even, that we recorded at the old TD Shenanigans
Yes.
in East Windsor.
Yeah.
They had a Battle of the Bands. It was the very first music thing I ever did.
Yeah.
It was them, Q,
Audio Jane.
No, not Audio Jane. Something Jane, but not Audio Jane. Echo Jane.
Echo Jane.
To say, there's no way it was the same band.
They all have the same names.
Echo Jane, and then another band who had always. Oh, it was the guy from Stealing Providence's band.
Right.
At the time.
I know
it was a different name.
Yeah.
But that was the other band.
Yeah.
So yeah, we recorded all 4 of them in one night at TD Shenanigans, and that was the birth of Equilibrium TV. Basically, that's what
sort
started
of.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, that was fun. We should do that more often, and no one else wanted to do it, and you're the only one that wanted to do it. So
well, we
kind of just birthed it out of that.
Yeah, I mean, we did ETV years later.
Yeah, but that was kind of like the impetus of it. It was like, hey, I want to do more of that.
It was fun. It's funny because those shows were edited tape to tape, and then when we got into it was digital when we started doing ETV with mini DV tapes.
Yes,
but those shows were VHS's tape to tape editing.
Yes, AB editing.
Oh, I hated it.
That was the worst.
I did it once or twice. And it was the worst. I could not.
And now we just do them here in the studio and they're done basically afterwards.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is just cut the show the songs apart.
But I thought Chris taught you how to edit.
Yes, Chris Portenson was there. He came and taught everyone how to edit. He was going around teaching people how to edit. It was very nice of him.
Yeah, actually, Chris, he's been wanting to come to a show. He came by. It was great to see him. Rocky and Destiny and her daughter came by. It was great to see them. Who else came by?
Alex came by with his son.
Alex and his son came by. It was just like a slew of familiar faces.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Eddie from the Batcave came by.
Eddie from the Batcave is always there. Yeah, he's everywhere.
But still got to give him a shout out.
He's got to get out of the Batcave. He's retired now, so, he gets bored in the Batcave.
Eddie, get out of the Batcave.
Eddie in the Batcave. Eddie in the Batcave, are you okay, Eddie?
So, but still, there was
he just texted me, actually.
There was a lot of folks.
Like, as we were about to start the show.
A lot of folks that came by. It was great to see a lot of faces. So,
reminder, though, check out Eddie in the Batcave on YouTube. He does a good job.
Yeah.
He goes around where he goes and he shops and buys his books every week, and he tells you about them, and he gives you all the information about them, and he gives you suggestions and ideas, and talks about all the different shows.
I air his show on public access.
Oh, well, there you go. So there you
go. Right, I air his on Sunday night when I air ours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I should start doing that.
Yeah, because it's a great 7 to 8 minute.
Yeah, it's a quick little thing.
It's a quick thing I can put in between 2 half-hour shows on a Sunday night.
Sounds good.
Anyway, Scott did a great job. Scott did a great job. It's 2 floors.
Next one's in February. Last Sunday
in February. Yeah.
Yes.
So. Yeah. And then that's how you know spring is around the corner.
Quite the experience, I'll tell you.
Why?
I know you've experienced this because you're used to it being next to him at the Manchester show. Hang out with Scott all day long. It's an experience.
It is. It's a good time.
I told you I was exhausted. I was more exhausted hanging out with Scott than I was actually doing the show.
I know, huh? Well, he lost his glasses, which
oh my god,
we all told him
ongoing thing
we told
all
him
day
to go
long.
Look.
He literally had me searching the whole building, upstairs, downstairs, looking for those dumb glasses.
Doesn't he do that like every show?
No, and
Dude,
I told him
he literally lost his glasses, and then when he went to go look for his glasses, he couldn't find his car keys.
I know.
And then his car keys were in his back pocket.
And the glasses were in his car.
And his glasses were on his dashboard. After I told him 3 times to go check his car for his
that's
keys.
the first thing I said. Did you check your truck?
No, they're not in there. He told me that 3 times. They're not in there. I was like, I wonder why your wife had to get into spirituality. She had to get a medium just to be able to find all the stuff you lose.
Oh God. I got like 2 things to talk about real quick before we get into our big thing show. But Mark, what do you got before we get into our predictions for Crown Jewel?
Not much. Friday night, it was just a regular week. Claire's last full week of recovery, so to speak, without having she's started work today for the first time.
Yeah.
Back to work after her eye injury.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So besides that, just working. A lot of work stuff, getting work happening. Studio's busy. Things are happening here.
Yeah.
Friday night we went out for dinner with Claire's family on her dad's side. Had like a get together kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very cool. So went to Center Square Grill in East Longmeadow.
Mm-hmm.
Had a nice dinner there. Hung out with all those folks. That was a good time.
Yeah.
And then Saturday just chilled. Just binge watched West Wing. I'm still haven't figured out the quad annually rewatch of West Wing.
Quad? That doesn't make any sense. That
Like
means
every
you watch
4
it
years.
4 times in
Well,
a year.
whatever 4 every
Just
4
say
years.
every 4 years.
Every 4 years. I'm trying to think of the cool word to say for it.
There's
I haven't
no
figured it
cool
out yet.
word.
Haven't
Quad
figured it out yet.
annually would be like
If we watch
every
it 4
times in a year.
Yeah, that's not right. So yeah. So every 4 years I rewatched West Wing.
Mark's like, Mark, did you watch anything new? No, I'm still watching The West Wing.
Yeah. So watching the West Wing.
Speaking of
I'm on
shows,
season 4.
speaking of shows we watch, Agatha, real quick, was
long.
pretty good this week.
Oh my gosh.
We a
Do you
lot
want
of
to get
things
into
happened.
it now, or do you want to wait till you talk
No,
about
let's
your
wait
week?
until next week when we finish the show.
Well, a big thing happened in this week's episode.
let's save it. I'm just saying it was a good
Why would we
episode.
talk about it now instead of waiting till next week to talk about it?
We have a lot to talk about, and I don't have much time. So let's save it. We got
Okay.
the last 3 episodes we can talk about together.
Because it's double episodes this week, right?
Yep. So next week we can talk about the final 3 episodes and see how it ends.
So I looked it up. Quad annual is a word.
Ha!
Well, I didn't doubt that,
No,
but it's not what he's trying
no,
to say.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Quad annually.
Yeah, quad annually.
All right, so
every
what's
4
it do-
years.
Is it?
We vote for a
It's
president
once
quad
every 4
annually.
years.
Yeah, we
Quad
vote-
annual.
Yeah, we vote
Okay.
for a president quad
Yeah.
annually.
Yeah.
All right,
So
I
it's
was
actually-
wrong.
he-
But you,
No, I'm
you,
just saying. He was.
I was right
He was
without even knowing
questioning
it.
himself
Yeah.
because he
yes.
was like, "Is it an actual thing?" Is
Yeah.
it
To
actually
me,
the word?
when you say the word quad
Well,
annually, it does sound like
it
you do
sounds
something
wrong.
4
Let's
times
just say
annually.
the person I live with told me it was not a thing and has convinced me it's not a thing and that I'm a knucklehead for saying it over and over again.
Who?
I only live with one person.
Oh, I thought you were saying. I thought you said me. What?
I don't live with you.
I know.
it's either quad annual. I'm gonna
Quad annual.
Well, thank you,
quad
seducer
annual
producer.
or quadraennial.
Quadrennial.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
That's
quadrennial better.
All right. Well, you're right, Mark. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. I'm
It
smart
doesn't-
without even knowing it.
It doesn't sound right.
It doesn't.
But
Well, 'cause
hey, at
you'd
least we
think-
learned
yeah,
something
'cause
today.
you get biannually.
Right.
Would be
Bi-
every 2 years.
Right.
That's usually Congress.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So quad annually would be every 4 years.
All right. Well, now we know.
Yeah.
You
learn something new every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got it.
Get the star goes across the screen.
The more you know.
It is a lot of vowels though.
You're a lot of L's. You can't just put on the
It's
T
almost
like
all of
that.
them though.
You can't put on a T like that
I
and
know.
expect me to hit it.
I've lost my train of thought.
Choo-choo.
Anything else, Mark? Because I got 2 things, and we'll jump
No,
into,
not really. That was about it. Went to dinner, hung out Saturday watching West Wing, and then on Sunday we did the show. Then I went home last night, took a very nice nap in my chair, watching football, in my nice cozy sweatshirt.
This is
It was all good. All
riveting.
good things. All
That's
good things.
And they won.
And the Patriots beat the Jets. I was trying not to bring it up, but the Patriots beat the Jets.
Well, that's more interesting than you taking a nap. So
Well, I was
mean,
trying to I didn't want to be that guy.
Why?
I even put on Facebook, I don't like being that kind of fan, but take that, Jets,
But
you bunch of jerk faces.
It's not even that it was the Jets. It's that the Patriots won.
Well,
Yes. For me, it's they won.
It's more the fact that the Jets, who were supposed to be like the best team in football at the beginning of the season, everyone was talking about how great they were going to be, and Aaron Rodgers is going to like solve everything the Jets' problems have ever had, and they fired the coach because the coach was the problem, and then of course they had the trade for Devontae Adams because they couldn't have anyone to throw to, so that was the problem. That was going to fix it.
But
they still can't win a game.
But even goes back to last year because they're like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is going to show up and change the Jets' future and everything.
The best part
Then
about
got
this whole
hurt.
thing is the fact that the Jets' record today is worse than it would have been
If
if
they
the
had-
quarterback was Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. So, Brian, how about you? How was your week?
Okay, you
What'd
ready?
you get up to?
All right. I just have real quick. I checked out Late Night with the Devil, which is streaming on Hulu. It came out at the beginning of this year. It's the movie takes place in the 1970s, and this guy is a late night talk show host, and he's up against Carson, and he's always kind of right behind, and So he has his life story, which they show you in the beginning of the movie, and then the whole movie is like a found footage where it's his Halloween live broadcast, and spooky things happen. He has a medium come out who's doing cold readings. Then he has a skeptic come out who's trying to poke hole in everybody about with their belief system with this guy. Then you have a woman who wrote a book about this girl who was rescued by this cult, who is possessed.
Rescued from this cult. Or from
rescued
a cult.
from a cult,
Yes.
and she's possessed.
Not rescued by a cult.
She rescued her from a cult, okay?
I was going to say, the way you said it the first time, it sounded like this cult rescued her. So I just want to make sure that was taken care of.
Antics ensue. I had a lot of fun with it.
The devil appears. Does the devil appear at all in this?
I'm not going to tell you. You got to watch it. It's
I'm
good.
not going to watch it. You know I'm not going to watch it.
Anyway, I enjoyed it. Allison and me both enjoyed it. Been watching spooky movies every weekend. Abigail was 2 weeks ago. We watched this. So it was good.
Yeah.
Also, I am 2 episodes almost done with season 1 of Chucky. And it's weird because I got into episode 5 of Chucky, and I was like, okay, it's kind of predictable. It's fun. It's stupid. And then all of a sudden...
It's Chucky the Killer Doll.
Yes.
Not Chuck, the
Chucky,
TV show.
Yeah. Just
making sure.
Not Chuck.
Just making sure.
The TV show. Not Zachary Levi.
I accidentally watched the wrong thing. It'd be like, I don't know where the horror is.
You
no
know,
one's getting
I do
killed in
want to
this.
watch Chuck eventually. It's on HBO Max. But anyway, Chucky, all of a sudden, they just decided in episode 5, they started bringing Jennifer Tilly from Seed of Chucky.
Yes.
They're bringing in the original Andy from the first movie.
Yes.
They're bringing in all these characters. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I almost gave
That's
up on
called
it.
the ratings were going down, so I decided to spend money to make sure people would watch this thing.
Well, this is a streaming show. So there's,
originally it was on Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi and USA.
Yeah.
But
it was very highly promoted. You'll notice wrestlers start appearing in the second season.
I know Liv Morgan shows up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And other wrestlers as well, I think.
But honestly, the show got better, and I really enjoy how they're incorporating all the movies.
Yeah.
As someone who's seen a lot of the Chucky movies, it's kind of cool. I have 2 episodes left. Actually, I'll watch it, and Allison's doing something on the computer, and she gets herself sucked into it. She's like, "Oh, I can't believe I'm getting sucked into this show."
It's so
stupid. But anyway, I'll finish season 1, and then I'll save season 2 for next year, next Halloween.
There you go.
Because it feels weird to watch spooky things after Halloween. I'm not in the mood anymore.
You defrost Mariah Carey and you're off in the Christmas time.
No, I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm in the Thanksgiving zone.
I mean, I already started seeing the holiday Old Navy commercials.
Annoying.
Went to Walmart. Christmas trees are already up.
Yeah. Went to the Walgreens.
Christmas trees
stuff.
have been up since August in some places.
Well, I know, but I mean, they got these trees lit up with the cards on them for donations, and I was just like, that wasn't there last week.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the only thing I got to talk about. East of the River is fantastic. Watch a good movie. Enjoying some Chucky TV series.
Nice.
I know Rocky has been saying watch The Penguin. I think this weekend we might
Claire's
jump
been watching
in.
it, and she said it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to dive into it still.
We're probably going to jump in this weekend. But I think it's getting very close to the end.
It's almost, I think it's a couple episodes before it's over.
Also, a show that I know you love and I love, Severance comes back in January.
Ooh, okay.
The teaser trailer is already out.
Yeah.
I don't even think you need to watch it because...
I wasn't going to.
But there's a trailer, but it looks amazing.
I'm going to watch Shrinking. That's my next show I'm going to get into.
I heard good things about Shrinking.
Season 1 I liked. Season 2 is out, so...
Right. I got 3 free months of Apple TV.
Yeah.
So I'm going to redeem that.
Oh, I finished. That's
so
the other thing. I finished Vox Machina. Season 3, I finished.
I keep forgetting that show exists.
Yes.
You gotta
get into it.
After Chucky, I'll get back
Penguin is 8 episodes.
Thank you.
Thank you. What episode are they on now?
They just passed 5, I think, or 6.
So
they're on episode 6 right now.
Yeah. Okay. 6 just came out yesterday.
All right, so you got 2 more. All right. With that being out of the way, next week we'll be talking about the final 3 episodes of Agatha. That will be the big thing.
We had a big reveal in this past episode.
Yeah, we'll save it for
huge
next
reveal.
Week. Well, not
Probably one of the bigger reveals in any of the Marvel shows that we've ever had.
really.
She's a pivotal character in the Marvel universe.
Who? Death?
Yes.
Yes, but I mean, it was just so quick.
Yeah, but the fact that it's actually what they're doing,
right,
and the consequences it could have in the last 2 episodes, that's a big, huge thing. It could be a big, huge thing.
yeah. Well,
Hopefully they land the bird, as they say.
It only
let's
makes
see.
it only makes sense if they're going to try and get Mephisto and everything else in there.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
I
How
only
they
hope
screw-
they never put Mephisto in anything.
I kind of
No,
feel like
I
they
hope
have
not
to.
either.
I kind
but
of
if
hope
you're
no,
going
just
to,
because I'd rather just troll. It's like the Marvel troll.
it is a super troller.
That
at
they
this
could just
point.
like not ever put Mephisto in anything, and just kind of like everyone could always think it's Mephisto.
But they already said his name.
Yeah, but just because they said his name doesn't mean he has to appear. But if they just like never have him show up anywhere, and they just keep mentioning him,
I feel like he's gonna.
and he's
appear.
never actually he's always like in the background doing things.
Yeah.
They never actually like establish it with an actual actor or anything. It's just always like the nether
Mephisto is watching.
the nether thing that's in the background all the time.
I feel like he's gonna be showing up.
The Watcher, you mean?
Yeah, kind
I
of like
feel
that.
He's gonna be
kinda, yeah.
He's gonna be showing up, but who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see next week. So this
We
week
will see.
we have to do our predictions for Crown Jewel.
We do.
It's now time for the Geekonomics Wrestling Challenge.
Crown Jewel edition.
Oh man,
We're going international again.
we're going Crown Jewel, baby.
This one's full blood money. Anyways, that's what they should just call it.
Blood money.
Blood money.
Why is it called blood money?
That's awful.
It's happening in Saudi Arabia.
What are you gonna do?
Is you do what you got to do. So yes, Crown Jewel is happening in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Be ready to hear a lot of how wonderful Saudi Arabia is during the show,
And women in full jumpsuits.
and women in full jumpsuits. And they already have one controversy that has already happened before they even got on the planes and flew over to Saudi Arabia. One of the women in the women's tag team championship match, Lash Legend, the new call-up from NXT, is so new that they didn't have time to do a photo shoot with her in a full bodysuit.
Mm-hmm.
So for the promotionals, because she is one of the big matches of the show,
They painted on her.
they literally just green screened her on a green bodysuit on top of her skin. They just painted her skin green. And so she made sure to put out on X that she is now the new actor for She-Hulk.
There you go. That is great.
So-
I love it.
It was very interesting over the weekend. They were like, she's like, yes, I'm now She-Hulk.
That's awesome.
She's
Hey,
like, I will be performing it. I'm gradually transitioning to She-Hulk.
this She-Hulk.
Because her face is
Right.
still, yeah, but her rest of her body is green.
Yeah.
And it's like her outfit's like painted green and everything. It's very, very funny and really badly done Photoshop.
Now I gotta ask you a question before we get into this,
Yes.
because just ground rules before we start doing predictions.
Correct.
I gotta ask you, Cody versus Gunther, their belts are not on the line, but
Their belts are not in the line, but
but-
it's still a championship match.
do we get 2 points for that? That's the question I asked.
We
you
could.
both.
Because
it's a belt.
Crown Jewel.
It
It
is a belt,
It's not going to ever be defended
Well,
again. It'll
wouldn't
be
it
defended
be-
next year if they do it again.
but they
It'll be defended by 2 other people possibly. It won't be like whoever wins this won't defend it next year.
But didn't they make it sound like that's going to happen though? Because like, say if Cody
Because
wins
where else
his
are you going
belt,
to defend this? Like, you're not going to like walk around with it. I mean,
no,
you'll walk around it for like a
but
week or two.
Okay,
I don't think
okay.
you're gonna be like,
This is the world of just Brian doesn't know.
yes.
Say whoever Cody
Brian
wins,
doesn't know.
he
Brian
has
doesn't know.
the Crown Jewel
Don't tell
belt
Brian.
Don't tell
in
Brian.
his
'cause
house.
Brian doesn't know.
for the whole year, and then next year Cody has to.
I don't think
fight
he'll have it at
against-
his house. I mean, I don't think they're like.
I'm just saying, Cody would have the belt until next year, and he would have to fight someone for it, right?
No.
No, I think they're gonna do it
It's a
like-
champion's
Yeah,
belt
that's what I think.
just for.
So I think like
It's
next
a
year.
Crown Jewel championship.
Correct.
Okay.
So I think like next year, whoever the 2 champions are,
Are gonna have to fight.
will fight for
And
the
they will
championship.
get the-
and
one
they
of
will
them-
get it.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the Stanley Cup
Well, it's
kind of thing. It's
like the.
like any championship, like
Right.
a national championship. Like whoever wins it that year
Gotcha.
gets their name on the.
But
the-
it's like
the belt.
because Braun Strowman won the Battle Royal belt.
Yes.
They did one before that. It's not like
Gotcha.
Yeah.
have to
So
be in it
without
to
going
be-
down the rabbit
like
hole,
the Andre the
anymore,
Giant Battle Royal every year.
right.
that person doesn't have to defend that.
I get it.
They just are names putting on the trophy,
I
so
get
to speak.
it. So for all sake, for this conversation,
all intensive purposes,
do we get 2 points or 1 point?
I would say it's a 2 point because it's still a championship.
It's still a championship.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a 2 point for the women's and the men's.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to be clear. Then we still have a 2 point for another one.
Yes.
And then the tag team is a 2 pointer.
Yes.
Correct.
So we only have 2 1 pointers.
You are correct, sir.
All right. Let's go on with the show. I just want to clarify that.
After all that.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, God.
No,
sure. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, is this the full card?
Yes.
There's like no added.
We don't. This is the card as it was given this morning to me from our research department.
This is the full card.
No,
this is the full card I've researched from
WWE.
Me and the research department worked really hard on this morning. I woke up
Josh, if you go on there, this is the full card.
And we sat and we discussed other possible matches, and it was decided no, those matches will not be added to the card. So we decided that this is what the card is going to be.
But see, that's why I asked, because you have like potentials.
If matches are added after we're done picking,
we'll text each other.
We can either text each other and add them, or we can just go with what we got and just be happy with what we got.
I don't think anything's going to happen because we actually have 6 matches.
It's very rare that they'll put matches on, especially since I think
everything's set
Friday's
in stone.
match.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Friday's
none of these
show
are
is
potential. These are the cards.
And I think Friday's SmackDown has already been recorded as of this past Friday.
I think so.
Yeah.
For travel purposes.
Yeah.
Porpoises.
Porpoises.
Intensive porpoises.
Intensive porpoises.
Intensive porpoises.
Intensity.
Intensive porpoises. Yes.
What's going on?
So, and then tonight, I don't think anything's going to be added. If it is, we can like I said, we'll revisit.
We'll message each other.
All right, are we good? Everyone good with all the pre-production?
I just want to make sure there wasn't any potentials. That we didn't know about.
Yes.
No.
Everyone's good with the pre-production stuff now that we could have done before the show instead of waiting until we started talking about it.
Let's go.
All right.
Jeez Louise.
I'm in a hurry. I have 70 questions.
I had one.
Well,
squirrel.
All right, let's go.
All right. First match. We have a grudge match. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with you, Brian.
Okay. Well,
3, 2, 1.
This is going to be a great match.
There it is.
Woo, 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 woo.
Start the drinking game, everybody.
Ah, boy, you're going to be drunk by the end of this. The reason I say this, I think Kevin Owens
because it's coming out of your mouth.
Kevin Owens is going to go completely heel. This is a turning point for him, especially him and Randy Orton are buddies.
Mm-hmm.
But Randy Orton hit him by accident, and then he was like, "Oh, you hit me!" And then
How dare you?
And then Kevin Owens, they're gaslighting like everybody, saying that
You guys should have known.
That Cody
You
and
guys.
that Randy turned on Kevin. I'm like, okay, we all saw that footage. That didn't happen. What are you doing? Like, nobody believes it.
They had Triple H come out.
Yeah. Triple
was
H.
so bad.
Yeah, oh my God. And nobody was buying
Such
it.
bad acting.
Triple H.
that was
You guys. He really fell for you guys. He really was your friend.
Dude,
He let his guard down and you guys stomped all over his heart.
I was like, wait a minute.
You guys stomped on his dreams.
What are you trying to rewrite history? We all saw that footage. It didn't happen that way.
This
really stems from, they're really like making this whole storyline that Kevin Owens is mad that Cody Rhodes teamed with Roman Reigns for one match.
Right.
And that was it. That was the extent of the whole relationship. So Kevin Owens is snapped and gone off the deep end because Cody Rhodes is in one random tag team match.
And we saw the footage
that meant nothing.
Where Kevin Owens attacks Cody Rhodes.
Just shows up out of nowhere.
Yes, attacks him.
I can't believe you tag team with that guy. How dare you? I thought we were friends. It's like, what is this, Bravo?
And then Triple H comes out and goes, well,
you guys know how Kevin Owens is.
Well,
he's very sensitive.
My favorite part about that whole thing is Seth calling him out, and then like the music plays, and he gets up like, "Oh, I didn't know I was going to be going out."
Yeah.
Then like they did
put the camera on him and everything.
They even worse was they did a video of him sitting there. Just,
yeah.
In
the car. The music plays. He's like,
"Well,
I guess
Triple H."
Up.
Oh,
and they shot the shot backstage from like the production.
Like
camera,
on YouTube or whatever, they
like being on the thing. Like they did
like
that in the
show. Him sitting there,
like,
and he's just like, Well,
I'm not going out. Well, I guess I played my music. I guess I gotta go out. That's how it works.
My music. I gotta go.
So for me, Kevin Owens is going to win because, unfortunately, even though I want Randy to win, I think this is going to be full heel. Kevin's going down that path, and I think this is just going to brew the storyline further. That's all.
Okay.
Kevin Owens wins.
Josh, who you got?
I don't know. Like, it's
After
like
all that,
no, but it's just like
We laid down all the information.
Brian diatribed for a good 20 minutes.
You got to know.
it's,
Don't be an undecided voter.
It's like we just didn't just hand you the sheet just a second ago. You've had it for like a good half hour now.
I know.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. What sheet?
What's
I
this
don't
piece
know
of
where-
paper you're handing me?
Oh, that one. Okay. No, but it's just like,
Just pick a guy.
does it fit the story better for Kevin to win? And
That's what
start
we're
the
asking.
evil?
That's what we're asking you.
That's what we're asking you.
I'm trying to set up my answer.
This is the
Fine,
first time.
Randy. All
this is the
right.
first
I'll just
time
do
we've
my
done
one
these.
answer question, Randy.
This is the first time we've done these.
I know.
It's like some new thing.
I know. He,
So you gave me two people. Am I supposed to pick one? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here.
I'm in last place and I'm trying to make a decision.
I know. You're
Yeah,
panicking.
well, you're living in last place forever. All right,
All
my
right,
turn.
I'm done. I leave. You guys do the show by yourselves.
No, don't go. Don't go.
Don't go angry. Just go away. All right. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna agree with Josh. Actually, I think Randy's gonna win this, and it's gonna drive Kevin even more insane.
Wow.
And then they're gonna do.
Interesting.
It's gonna lead to a fatal
What-
three-way.
My thought was Kevin goes crazy and gets disqualified.
Well, that's
But
a good
but it
point
can't
too. Yeah.
because it's not
a no DQ match.
It's not a no DQ match. It's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah. So he could.
so he
technically.
could
Yeah.
just go crazy and
Yeah. It could be.
yeah.
All right. Continuing the grudge match motif, because SmackDown has one, so Raw must have one too. Seth freaking Rollins up against Bronson Reed. Tsunami.
Oh.
Who you got, Brian?
So with this one, I haven't been
Just
really
give us your answer,
enjoying.
Brian. We don't
I've
need
been
your
enjoying the
story.
Bronson Reed stuff, especially when they collapsed the stage.
Or the ring.
The ring. That was hilarious. It was very awesome. I think this is the comeback for Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Because he wasn't ready to come back. Bronson took him out again. He's been out. And then Bronson Reed's been taking out everybody. It's been a lot of fun. And I think Seth Rollins comes back for a win. And he gets his revenge.
All
So
right.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. All right. Going to you, Josh. Who you got?
I agree, Seth.
All right.
We can say why.
No, but I agree with Brian. It does seem like they did that thing to get him out to get more training and rest.
Yeah. He wasn't
Just
ready.
to get you, yeah.
He
And
wasn't
it feels like this is the comeback of Champ Seth.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I think this is the beginning of them setting up something for Seth.
Yes.
Not champion Seth yet. I think this is where they start the setup of Seth and either CM Punk or Drew McIntyre. Either one of those guys comes and screws over Seth, costs him the match. Bronson Reed's your winner.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
Yes. All right, moving on.
I just said Champ Seth because winning Seth.
Yeah, yes. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions of the World. It's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, the champions, up against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus the Meta Four,
These guys are new.
Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, who were officially called up to SmackDown this past Friday, versus Damage Control, Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Who you got, Josh? Ooh, curveball.
Oh, thank you.
I was wondering if they're going to try and pull the new people champs like they've done a bunch with the women. But I don't think it makes sense for Crown Jewel. So, and I'd say champs win. I just think the champs are going to win again.
Okay. Brian, who you got?
These 4 tag team have been going at each other. A Metaphor, they've come up from NXT. Are they from NXT?
That's correct.
They've kind of come up and hit the pavement hard because they've been going after the champs.
Running.
They hit the ground running.
Not hit the pavement hard.
Hitting
and
the pavement
falling.
hard is not a good thing, Brian.
It's not a good metaphor. Hit the pavement hard.
That is a horrible metaphor.
The thing is, I want to say that.
The thing is that they're using their name. Metaphor means the other 2 that are in that are going to be called up after they're recovered.
I know what it's like the damage control bit.
Well, there's 4 of them technically in the group. So the other 2 guys that are in that group are both on the injured list right now. So
Gotcha.
I'm assuming they'll be coming up when they get better.
As much as I do want to agree with Josh that the champs keep it, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven have had the belts. Damage Control has had the belts.
You're correct.
Would they have Metaphor give them the belts this quickly just to give them some clout, like right out of the gate?
Kind of like the Isla Dawn and Alba.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the Dawn and Fire, which when they had the belts, it was kind of lame.
Witch Women.
They weren't that great. They were getting better.
Unholy Union, as they call themselves.
It wasn't the right time.
Yes.
But I feel like there might be a pop with Metaphor.
Yeah.
And they might be trying just to make it more exciting because right now it has been stale. And I think it has, in the last couple of weeks, has been interesting. So it would be fun to see the champs keep it. But I also feel like these 3 groups have been really nailing the champs. So I don't know, in a tag team champ like this, it just feels like they're outnumbered. I'm going to give it to the Metaphor.
Okay. Wow. Brian, swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
I agree that they've really been the tag team championships have been kind of stagnant across the board. Luckily, the men's side on SmackDown this past Friday, they kind of judged it up by Motor City Machine Guns taking down the win.
Yeah.
Because of Jey Uso. But with this, though, I think this is the beginning of them sowing the seeds of Bianca and Jade turning on each other or someone turning on one of the others. But I think they'll still win the belts on this one. But the seeds will start to be sowed.
Mm-hmm.
So Bianca and Jade for the win on this one.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like I could go with them or Metaphor just to give them more clout and see where that goes. So
now,
we'll see.
My only question with
and I also got to start distancing myself from Brian a little bit.
You can okay.
But my only question with this now, you have CW is somewhat a upper class channel. Do you think NXT being on a major channel could get the tag team champions back?
What?
Oh, it's a possibility. I think they'll still, because he's saying because they're just called up from NXT.
NXT, right?
That was my other thought.
Partially called up, not fully called up, kind of. That if they put the belts on them, they'd be more apt to defend them on NXT than say any of these other teams would be. Mm-hmm. But I think any of these teams would be going down to NXT. I just think that the women's tag team championship belts have kind of, Bianca and Jade have kind of outgrown that.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely at the point where
I think it's time. I think the whole purpose was to get Jade integrated into WWE and get her feet wet and get her used to the way they do things.
Singles.
I think it's the beginning of that starting of that breakup is going to start happening.
And do you think we're ever going to be at a time where NXT has their own tag champs again?
No, not for the women's. No, there's not enough of them.
Just asking.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the United States Championship match. It's a 3-way fight between the champion LA Knight up against the never-ending rivalry of Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Who you got, Brian?
Well, out of these 3, we just saw LA Knight was the ref during Andre and Carmelo Hayes.
Andrade.
What did I say?
Andrade.
Andrade. He was a ref.
Yes.
And then he called it, and nobody won.
Yes.
So now we have this fatal three-way, right, for the championship.
That's exactly what I just said.
It's weird.
Who's gonna win?
I know it's weird because I think Hayes has this. He's been gunning for a belt since he's walked out onto WWE from NXT.
Correct.
LA Knight. He's had the belt since SummerSlam. It's been great, but I think out of the three, Hayes has got the better chance of winning it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to swing for the fences on this one, even though I love LA Knight. He's one of my favorites, and I think he should keep the belt. But I think giving it to Hayes would further their beef with each other. Andrade, I don't know if he really... I don't see anything really happening if he were to get the belt. I don't think doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to give it to Hayes.
All right. Josh, who you got?
I just want to say I do think it's funny that he did that match reffing in his sunglasses, jacket, and the title around his waist.
Yes.
I thought that was hilarious.
In a vest.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. The jacket.
Yeah. Brian.
Vest jacket.
Brian.
Oh, I thought you said belt.
You said the belt too.
I said vest and belt.
Okay.
And glasses.
And glasses.
Yes.
And jeans.
And jeans.
And sneakers.
Sneakers.
Socks.
I'm assuming socks.
Hopefully underwear.
I don't know if he's a commando guy or not. That's each their own.
It's his prerogative. All right, let's go.
I'm assuming wrestling pants of some sort.
LA Knight.
Shorts.
LA
Knight.
Because I don't see. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I just don't see. Like, Carmelo could do it, but I don't see it right now. And it would be cool to have Andrade be champion again, since he came back. But I just don't see it, so I'm just gonna stick with LA Knight.
All right. I see what you're saying, Brian. Getting Carmelo Hayes the belt would make sense. I just don't think in this scenario it would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe if it was just LA Knight and Carmelo, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But adding Andrade in gets Carmelo Hayes distracted or something happens.
Right. Yeah. I'm swinging for the fences on this one, I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm going to go with LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're on to the Crown Jewel Championships. As we talked about, these are nothing belts that mean nothing, will mean nothing, and do nothing. Except just
bonus.
be defended here. Yeah, you get a trip to Saudi Arabia and you get to wrestle in front of people and you get a possibility of a ginormous belt that's way too big for any human to hold on to. So first up is the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. It's the SmackDown champion, Nia Jax, up against the Raw champion, Liv Morgan. Who you got, Brian?
Gonna say Nia Jax wins this because I think we had Rhea lose because of Liv, and I think Liv's gonna lose because of Rhea. But I also think Nia Jax is gonna win this. Are we gonna get shenanigans from
Tiffy time?
Tiffy time? I hope, but I don't know just yet. There has been talks and rumors that what if Tiffany Stratton cashed in on Liv Morgan? But that doesn't make any sense to me because the Liv Morgan and Rhea beef is because of the belt. If Tiffany Stratton took that belt, I don't know, then what do you do story-wise? So I know Rhea and Tiffany Stratton has teamed up with a tag team match on Raw, which has been very entertaining. But I think Nia Jax wins this. I think Liv Morgan screws up somehow, some way. And the big question is, does Tiffany Stratton come in? I don't know, but Nia Jax.
You started out saying Liv Morgan at the beginning of that.
No, I said Nia Jax. Nia Jax wins.
Okay.
No, he
I started off with Nia Jax.
He made it like a.
You sound like you were going to say Liv Morgan, then you like.
But he was talking about Liv was going to.
I just gave you my whole thought process
It was a very
of why.
convoluted way of saying Nia Jax going to win.
I said
All
it
right.
the first thing, though. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Josh, who you got? I don't know where that was.
I do agree. There's probably going to be a ton of shenanigans.
Yeah.
I just don't know. This is tough for me. I really don't know.
It's going to be okay. Just make a decision.
No, like, I don't know, like, who to pick, because I want points. But I also, I don't know. Live. Just for the hell of it, live.
Okay.
Jeez, all right. Man.
Wow. This is a tougher show than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it would be this difficult.
Well, because, like, there's no story implications.
Well, the last couple weeks they've been building up.
They were
stories.
building up Tiffany cashing in on Liv.
Yes.
Or Naya trying to get her to cash in on Liv.
Yeah.
So that way she won't cash in on her.
Right.
I think that the Rhea storyline will come into this because, Raquel's going to come out with Liv and Tiffany's going to come out with Naya. And then Rhea's going to come out to go after Liv. But then Raquel's going to get involved. And then Naya's going to knock out Liv. And then she's going to want Tiffany to cash in on Liv. Mm-hmm. And then Tiffany turns around
and knocks her out.
Cracks Naya with the case, or something happens and Naya gets hit by something. And then Liv wins this match. And then right after that, Tiffany cashes in on Naya and wins that championship.
Okay, so what you're saying?
So I'm saying Liv wins the match.
That's what I was thinking, but I couldn't get the process out.
Yes.
All right.
A lot of shenanigans in this one. Shenanigans. Now it's the men's Crown Jewel Championship. It's the WWE champion Cody Rhodes up against the World Heavyweight champion Gunther. Josh, who you got? Curveball.
I'm just going to go with Cody. Cody.
Okay.
For me, I think Cody wins this too, because I think what we just saw on SmackDown kind of points to the fact that Cody's going to win it. I feel like because Cody was taken out by Kaiser Roll.
Kaiser Soze.
And then Gunther.
One of Bowser's kids, Ludwig.
I kind of feel like it really plays into the hands of Cody Rhodes.
Ludwig Kaiser Roll.
Winning this, because they're kind of playing it off that Cody might be the underdog in this one. And I think Cody Rhodes has it in him, and I think this will make his status go bigger. I think Gunther needs to be knocked down a little bit because he's kind of full of himself.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'm looking forward to this match because it's going to be a real good match.
Drink.
It's going to be a good one.
Drink your non-alcoholic beverage now.
Cody Rhodes.
All right, so Cody Rhodes. Josh picked Cody as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me Gunther. He don't lose in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
He won
Crown Jewel.
King of the Ring.
Sort of Naya.
And Naya?
Mm-hmm.
Gunther don't lose in Saudi Arabia.
All right.
With other shenanigans.
Do we have a clean sweep in any of these?
No.
No.
No, not one clean sweep. Now, we've added a bonus question.
Yeah. Yeah.
This month's bonus question is, on Raw tonight, Carlito last week went to Adam Pearce and negotiated a match for Dirty Dom. He was looking to get him a championship match against Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
But Adam Pearce said that Dirty Dom had to beat a former world champion before, and if he won that match, he then could face Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say what kind of world champion.
It's
didn't
a mystery,
say
man.
World heavyweight champion. Didn't say WWE champion. He said a world champion. So
I don't know.
The question is, which former world champion will Dirty Dom face tonight on Raw? We'll start with Josh. Who do you think, Josh?
It'd just be funny. It'd be hilarious. I would love to see him fight Ray, because the story, deadbeat, whatever. I would just love for Damien to just walk out and just like, let's go, and just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
All right, so you're saying Damian Priest?
Yes.
All right. Brian, who you got?
Man, Damian Priest does sound pretty good.
Oh.
You already said your name.
No. Oh,
You already said your name.
Go ahead. You know what Mark knows. I just thought of it. Now, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm clueless because we've already seen him wrestle his dad. It just feels like that's too, like, we've seen it. This needs to be more of a surprise. If it is Damian Priest, well, then that's a former
world champion
and a former member of Judgment Day. And that would be interesting. But beyond that, I don't know the rich history of Dominic, so it's very hard for me to pick beyond a very narrow scope of people that I could think that it would be interesting. So I have a handicap in this one. I do like the prospect of him having to wrestle Damian Priest, because I don't think his dad makes any sense. We've already seen it happen.
Yeah.
And Liv helped them win.
Yes.
It just seems redundant.
Yeah.
So I'm going to copy Josh because for me, it just seems like the person he would fight out of his old crew.
Yeah.
The old one of the Terror Twins.
Correct.
But I know whatever you say is going to be way better. So I'm going to put Damian Priest, Mr. DP.
So.
Damn it.
Mark's going to blow us out of the water.
I've had two names floating in my head since this was announced. The first one was the first one that popped in my head. It was his very first match back since returning to WWE. And that is, your name isn't a point.
Why did I do that?
Sorry.
I put one.
Did he write his name down and put a point next to it?
I put a point next to it. Like, I got a point for putting my name on it. It's not the SATs.
I got a point, baby. I don't know why I did that. I just did it. It was.
Oh, man, that was classic.
Mark.
I just looked over and you're just like putting numbers on your paper. And you're like, one next to my name. I did it.
I got a point, baby.
I got my name on it. I got my name right.
You know why? Because that was there, and I put this underneath there.
Yeah, it's fine. I just thought it was funny. I just could not say anything about it.
That should go there.
Yes,
I screwed that up.
That's fine. All right. So, like I was saying, as I was saying, CM Punk's first match back was against Dom Mysterio.
Really?
Yeah, when he just came back in Madison Square Garden. He's a former world champion. So that was my thought. And then I was thinking, wait a minute. Adam Pearce is booking this match. And a better way of making this story make more interesting is if Adam Pearce, you think as Adam Pearce, like what would be the way to make this more entertaining for him as the GM?
See,
who would you pick Dominic Mysterio to face as a former world champion that would make it more entertaining for Adam Pearce?
I don't know. You gotta tell us. Josh, wait, ask Josh. Josh thought he knew.
No, I'm just gonna say it.
What?
Finn Balor will be the man facing Dominic Mysterio tonight.
Oh, see.
Up against...
So Finn Balor,
against Mysterio.
He had a belt before?
He was the
first Universal Champion.
Universal Champion.
Interesting. Well, who are you thinking, Josh?
Because they just said world champion.
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't say male or female.
No, they're not going to do a women's match. They're not going to put a woman out
Rhea?
there.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine Rhea?
If he puts Rhea out there, that'd be amazing. Which I don't think they would do an intergender match. They'd be the first intergender match in WWE and
wow.
God knows
oh my
long.
God. I like that idea though.
But
I mean, I haven't written mine down yet.
Can you imagine Rhea Ripley?
I do like that.
But Mark, who was the last truly intergender match with title implications?
Was it Rhea? And
No, title implications.
I can't remember.
Was it China and Eddie?
Oh,
Eddie Guerrero?
Oh, well,
In
yeah,
China?
because she was Intercontinental
She was
Champion.
Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
And because they've been doing a lot of Eddie
He's got
storyline
the
stuff
Eddie
with,
shirt now, the Latino cheat.
and he came out in the car.
He came out in the car. They're promoting the car in the ads now.
Yeah, they get the toy car.
That's a curveball. I just went with Guy because I didn't think they would put a woman in it.
As I was saying Damien, I'm like, wait, Twin. Oh, she was champion.
That's a way better. That's a way better.
That is
I know,
better.
way better than
changed
Finn.
mine so bad.
I haven't written mine down yet. So
You know
I could
why
change
it's
mine.
better? Because we had Rhea just use him
Because
as
Finn
a
would
human.
just lay down, technically. Finn could just lay down. But my thought
to
was
give him the championship.
that Finn wouldn't want to lose to Dom.
But would he?
But he also
would
would
he sacrifice for?
sacrifice him to go get a championship match, which then that's not as good of a story.
But
No.
here's the thing.
But having Rhea be the person that comes out,
would be big.
yeah, put Rhea.
Having Rhea or
It's 2 free points. Who cares?
Damian, is it bonuses 2 or 1? Are we
2.
doing? We're doing 2.
Yeah.
All right, because it's not a belt.
But it's a bonus, so it's you
Okay.
get a bonus.
I got Damian Priest.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad at myself.
We
Yeah,
just
thanks
gave
for changing
Mark.
my mind.
We
You
just
gave me
gave
2
Mark
points.
Rhea Ripley, which
Yeah.
would be. I want to see that too.
I kind of want to see that now. If it's not Rhea Ripley, I would be disappointed.
Me too.
I would be bummed to be like,
Yeah.
if it's some like they throw out like.
But Damian Priest or Rhea Ripley
Anybody
are
else?
both going to be good against Dom. But I
But
think
see, Damian Priest's thing that he said after the last pay-per-view, after Bad Blood was, I've now done with the Judgment Day.
yes, he's moving
I'm
on.
moving on.
That was my other thought. Was he?
So
said
I think
was
that
done with
he
them.
is like. So I think that's like that storyline is done.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not involved in any of the fights anymore. They're not fighting every week now.
Yeah.
They've ever been on the past couple shows.
Yeah, he has been
Damian
gone.
Priest has been distant. The Judgment Day hasn't been going after him. They haven't been mentioning him at all.
No.
It's all Rhea.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense.
It could be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll find out
It's
tonight.
going to be Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it, Josh. Why did we just give Mark
2 points.
2 points?
I know. I should have waited until after he did it.
Well, Finn Balor to me seemed like a good one because he has a former champion.
Yeah, but he would.
And you have him come out.
But with the Judgment
And then they're
Day
like, he's like,
storyline,
doesn't want to come out. He doesn't want to fight
He
Dom.
wouldn't want to fight him, but he
But
would. He would
Pierce
lay
makes
down.
them fight.
Yeah.
And then he has to fight. He doesn't want to lose to Dom because, if he loses to Dom, then like he's not the leader guy anymore.
No.
Dom's now taking over.
But would he pull the thing of, well, we're all leaders and we're all so? That's what I mean. It
Yeah.
would make sense because he would go, well, we're all one.
Well, because
We
the other thing
do it
too
for
is I
Judgment
think they're
Day.
also going to do the same thing like they did, kind of sort of the same thing they did with SmackDown, where they might not have the match tonight, but it'll set up for next week, where they're doing the fatal 3-way match to see who's going to be the number 1 contender for the tag team championships tonight as well on the Raw side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It stinks because I don't get to see the whole shows, even though on Monday Night Raw, they posted so many clips last week. It was like the full effing show was up.
Well, yeah, because it was a lot happened last
Oh
week.
my
It was
God.
nonstop.
Yeah, it was like crazy.
well, usually the ones before pay-per-view, they want to get as much information and story out there that they show a lot more.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've noticed recently.
Well, the other thing I was thinking about, and I was going to say if we got into it today, was the reason why I think Raw is so much better as a 2-hour show, and the reason why SmackDown still struggles with it, is the fact that I can just throw it away. You don't have to like put it in your pocket or anything.
Oh, no, it's for my notes to give to you.
Raw has more wrestlers available to be on the show because when they drafted, it was a 3-hour show, so they needed more bodies. And
There's a lot of
so with
holdover.
injuries and different things, Raw still has more available talent
And they have big
than
talent.
SmackDown does.
Yeah, SmackDown has they have big talent, but it just seems like they're recycling. But they've gotten some new people in there.
Yeah,
which has
so I
been
think
nice.
that's what they're trying to do. Is
Yeah.
SmackDown's going to gradually, people are going to be healed and come back, and
Yeah.
that'll bolster the.
And that always seems to hurt a lot when, especially for SmackDown,
Well, I'm assuming with the whole
injuries really
after
kill a lot of stuff.
Survivor Series, I would assume some kind of superstar shakeup or something will happen before Netflix
Yeah.
happens. So that
Now
way they can balance out the rosters or something.
Is Survivor Series the last big PLE of the year?
Yes. There
And
won't be
then-
another one after that.
And then we go into Raw. Because they take
Correct.
December, there's no big
There's
PL.
no big one now. They'll do that Saturday night main event, which we might do as a
Oh, yeah.
added bonus.
Well, we got to do Saturday because it is a PLE, right?
Yeah, but it happens on like NBC. It's not
Right.
going to be on.
But it's a big event.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
going to be on like
So,
that's in
So
December.
it's Crown Jewel,
correct.
Survivor Series War Games November 30th.
Correct.
Then December 14th, Saturday night's main event.
Correct.
okay. So we got two more.
Two more shows to wrap out the year.
Yeah. And then Raw. Oh, I can't wait to. Netflix.
And Saturday night main event is a Peacock NBC exclusive simulcast.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can watch it on NBC as well as Peacock.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Royal Rumble
Is
February
in
1st.
February.
So
So
you have nothing till
January is
completely
like
empty.
a clean sweep.
Yes.
Well, that's why they would,
Slate
and that's
day.
why they would do the day one thing.
They usually do
and
like a
stuff,
day one,
or
like big
I
Monday
love
night
Royal
show or something.
Rumble.
not a true.
I loved last year's Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble's going to be good.
You know, I have to say, Royal Rumble was like my introduction to a lot of these wrestlers because I was just watching the PLEs at the time.
Yeah.
But Royal Rumble, like, that was the event that I was like, I got to start watching week to week. That was the one. And I've always loved Royal Rumble as a kid and now as an adult. It is the fun. It's so fun to watch.
We'll have to talk to Matt Ryan and see if he can guest appearance. He has a thing he does for Royal Rumble. He used to do for Royal Rumble, and see if he could bring it, and we could do that for that show.
That'd be cool. Yeah, nice.
He has a special picking thing.
Nice. All right, we should wrap this up.
We should, and we shall.
We shall.
So, as always, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time. And as always, be well, be safe, be kind.
And rewind.
Your tapes.
Rewind your tapes, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Night, Rocky.
Good night, Bobby.
Night, Bobby. See you, Howard.
Split those reels.
Flip those reels.
All right.